Welcome to the SIGGRAPH 2024 media briefing. I'm Michelle Hellrung, the Event Marketing Director for the conference. We are excited to have you join today. And during this session, you are going to hear from many of our conference leaders about program highlights that you can cover while you're at the conference. If any questions arise as you're listening in, feel free to use the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen to add your questions. At the end of the session, one of our committee members will answer them. The media relations team is here to support you. If you're coming to Denver, please join us in the media office in room 103. You can see all of the days and times listed there. With that, I'm going to hand it off to Michelle Ellis, our Media Relations Manager.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I am Michelle Ellis, a Media Relations Manager. We are looking forward to meeting you both in person and having you join SIGGRAPH virtually, either way, this coming week. I want to provide you with some press resources and reminders. Please know that for any interview support, you are encouraged and welcome to contact me. You can email media@siggraph.org or michelle@ellis-comms.com. My cell phone number is available as well. It may be easier during the conference to reach me via text, but either way, we will be checking and staying on top of any outreach we receive. I'll be able to assist you with committee member and contributor outreach for interviews. And please know that our media office in room 103 does have comfortable areas for casual interviews. Some additional helpful resources are the SIGGRAPH website. We do have a press kit and conference photos that you can access. We also have a virtual media office where all of the press releases are located. If you are looking to attend the electronic theater or VR theater, please reach out to me in advance to secure your tickets. Those are not automatically included with your media access to the event. And this year, we are excited to invite you to join us on an experience hall tour. We will be meeting at the entrance to the experience hall, where our program chairs and select contributors will provide a preview of the exceptional content in the experience hall, which spans the art gallery, emerging technologies, immersive pavilion, labs, and the VR theater. That will be held on Tuesday, July 30th at 10:45 a.m. You can register to attend that on the website, on the press kit and conference photos website. With no further ado, I am excited and happy to introduce you to the SIGGRAPH 2024 Conference Chair, Andres Burbano.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Andres Burbano. I am the SIGGRAPH 2024 Conference Chair, and I will be your host in Denver next week. So let's depart with the philosophy of the conference. We know that computer graphics and interactive techniques are both drivers of change and can shape the future. But in this case, after 50 years of these technologies present into our lives, we are focusing on impact and thinking, what are the futures that we would like to build with these kind of technologies? And what is our role in the contribution and our contribution in shaping this new future? We have been working very with a lot of energy on the design content of the conference. And there is one thing that I would like to share with you, is that we have defined 7 thematic topics in which we can see that computer graphics and interactive techniques are expanding from their kind of original place and the places where we usually find them. And these are 7 themes of the conference as well, coming from the smallest scales, from the macroscopic to the body, to the built environment, to the city, to the world, to the cosmos, and the abstract concepts like imagination. The important thing is the following. This year, these are being guidelines for the selection of the keynotes. And we are incredibly proud of the people that accepted our invitation to be keynotes. Are prominent people coming from academia, industry, and research that are gonna help us really think about this future, a new way to understand and create a future across these different scales. So let's go one by one. On Monday, the first keynote will be Mark Sager. He comes from New Zealand and is an expert on AI and creativity. In the afternoon, we will have Mr. Jensen Huang himself talking in a fire chat about computer graphics and artificial intelligence. After that is going to be a fantastic conversation between two of the most important CEOs from industry in the tech world at this time, Jensen Huang and Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Meta. This is a unique event. We are very happy to have them both and really explore, the new ways in which they are trying to engage with their products through basic research. Next day, we will have David Newman from the MIT Media Lab, an expert on space exploration. She's been a principal investigator of more than 4 space missions, and is going to talk a lot about the relationship between the body, the cosmos, and our planet. Next day, Wednesday, Manu Prakash from Stanford University is going to talk about the microscopic level, the often unseen world. And we are closing with a very special keynote by Daniel Cardoso Jack and Theodora Verdulli. Daniel Cardoso teaches at Carnegie Mellon and Theodora at McGill University in Canada. And they are going to talk about imagination and how computers work towards the creation of new ways of imagining. And with this, I just want to say that I can't be more proud of the team I have working with me this year. The 25 programs are led by really devoted scholars, researchers, and creative thinkers. And I would like to now ask Ruth West, the courses chair, to talk about her program. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Ruth West. I'm the chair of the courses program for this year's conference. The courses program is an opportunity for leaders in their field to share their expertise in depth and to shape the future of computer graphics and interactive techniques. We have a total of 28 course offerings this year, which includes several unique topics in advances in immersive entertainment and gaming. One of them is a full-day course presented by experts from Epic Games and Microsoft on advances in real-time audio rendering. Another is fractal world building, infinitely engaging experience design at Meow Wolf. And if you're local in Denver, you will want to also check out the Meow Wolf experience. We also have an incredible course on advanced practices in optimizing motion capture pipelines for games in VFX that's presented by experts from Vicon. And another series of courses in advances in real-time graphics rendering and games presented by a variety of leaders in the field in rendering. We also have multiple courses this year on generative AI techniques for content generation and production. This year's program is also unique in that it includes courses on novel technologies for how we understand ourselves and how we are changing our understanding of ourselves, including virtual human design and exploring the opportunities and challenges of generative AI and designing virtual humans, a course on beyond life and death and exploring digital legacy with spatial media, emerging technologies, and the evolving ethics. An additional course on identity in More Than Killmonger Locks, a style guide for Black hair in computer graphics. And we even have a course on how we understand our universe, visualizing the invisible universe with a team from the James Webb Space Telescope. So thanks for your interest in the courses program at SIGGRAPH. And next up is John.
Apologies, my video camera was not being attentive. So thank you very much, Ruth, for the warm introduction, and greetings, everyone. I'm very excited to talk about the Computer Animation Festival this year. And the reason we are returning to form is we are excited to expand our offering, not just for the tried and true and very well regarded evening showcases, which are the electronic theater, but the return of the animation theater daytime selects to our programming. So featured award winners for this year include Patterns, which was our jury's choice, The Art of Weightlessness, which is our best in show, and an immense effort by a group of students for After Grandpa. So we're very delighted to feature these award winners Monday evening at the first ET premiere. Accompanying both electronic theater showcases just beforehand will be our pre-show experience, which our team has worked very hard to create an engaging and fun virtual Castell building exercise or experience. And central to the theme of Andres's vision this year, and also a sneak peek into one of our favorite mascots, Pixel. Pixel will be represented as a Castellier this year. So taking that in stride, we will engage our audience in a fun experience to see who can build the tallest Castell. And as I said before, the electronic theater is complemented by a diverse array of outstanding content, which we're featuring in afternoon sessions on both Tuesday and Wednesday, hopefully free of any conflicts. So we expect everyone to enjoy these two unique show rails that will play both Tuesday and Wednesday to complement the overall program. And I want to thank you all for your time and attention. I'd love to turn it over to Angus Forbes.
Hello, my name is Angus Forbes. I'm the chair of the Emerging Technologies program at SIGGRAPH this year. The Emerging Technologies program highlights cutting-edge developments in graphics and interaction, from innovative approaches to display, capture, and interaction, to exploring new technologies in robotics, machine learning, augmented reality, entertainment, and the arts. The Emerging Technologies installations ask, where will new technology take us next? This year, the eTech program features 21 interactive demonstrations of innovative research in tangible interfaces, wearable technologies, novel display technologies, haptic feedback devices, and human enhancement technologies. Just as one example, here's an image from a project called Demonstrating Magnus out of Sony Labs. Magnus is a novel hand exoskeleton powered by electromagnets that can provide high-speed, dexterous, and yet flexible finger actuation. So this is kind of a neat wearable technology that actually will move your fingers for you using an innovative approach that involves magnetic technology. There's lots of hands-on projects like this where users can go to the installations and try on projects or try on different VR, AR technology or different devices. Lots of technical HCI projects. I think it'll be a great experience for everyone attending the conference, and I look forward to meeting everyone at the conference. Next up is Susan.
Hi, welcome, and thank you for attending. My name's Susan Reeser, and I'm the General Submissions Chair at SIGGRAPH 2024. I'm very excited about the General Submissions content. General Submissions is an umbrella term for all the programs that come through the unified jury. However, I'm only directly responsible for talks, panels, and happy hour. In the 67 talks, which are organized into 20 thematic sections distributed throughout the conference, you can learn about a myriad of computer graphics and interactive technique topics from studios, industry professionals, researchers, artists, and educators. During happy hour, attendees will have a chance to interact with 10 different apps and their creators. And finally, in the 2 thought-provoking panels, contributors will showcase the art and science of visualization and the highlights of high-performance computing. I want to turn it over now to Nicholas.
Thank you very much, Susan. So you remember Andres Burbano, our conference chair, told us about what is the future we want to build. Yes, we have a lot of technology, but we must acknowledge that while we will have SIGGRAPH and enjoying all this fantastic presentation, war and conflict will continue to occur around the world. So I think the first thing that we need to think about is also about peace, and technology can contribute to peace. It's why with the new Global Diplomat Chair that I have the chance to drive this year, we created this new and very special event called SIGGRAPH for Peace. It will be on Monday, July 29th from 12:30 to 1:45, so just 75 minutes to see how we can contribute to peace. And we will have really exceptional people here. We'll have Yves Dacor. He used to be, during 10 years, from 2010 to 2020, the CEO of the International Red Cross Committee with 20,000 people on the ground, and he was dealing with all the conflict. We will have also Yanis Ioannidis, the president of ACM, our main computer association in the world. We have also the former Under General Secretary of the United Nations for Peace, but we'll have also artists, because many artists search how you can use technology to create more awareness between people and contributing to this research, creating more empathy, more understanding between people, more understanding with the environment. So this will be a quite active, also almost a show, but with a debate, and we'll try to launch really a new initiative with SIGGRAPH for Peace, not only because it's about ethical point, but also because it can bring really sustainable impact for our business, our economy, for the initiative that we can launch with all the research that we do. We'll also have the International Pavilion, where we have an interactive exhibition where you can look at books using AI and jump between a lot of different books coming from a famous Swiss museum, Museum of Élysée, and discover a lot of works around peace, environment, and the people. So now let's the floor to my next chair, which is Derek.
Hello, my name is Derek Ham, and I am this year's Immersive Pavilion Chair. Immersive Pavilion is a place where we can find a sampling of experimental use cases for extended reality. The content selected by this year's jury represents work that you would not find commercially available to consumers or to people who are XR enthusiasts today. Instead, it offers examples of work that hints towards the future and shows use cases of XR applications that expand our understanding of what XR could be. And to anchor this year's submission, we sent up a call in unique categories, including XR for interactive narratives, XR tools for work environments, XR haptics and senses, XR play in games, and XR live experiences. Some examples of the work that you might find in these categories is, for instance, Waterform, an XR experience that allows real haptic touching of water and liquid right on site as the person is in an XR headset, and enabled to be in the space and have your senses immersed with what's real and what's not. Another example for this kind of live experience would have people together in the human-like, non-human series to be immersed into a visual and audio experience, something that one would never be able to do in the confines of their home. In the spirit of the Immersive Pavilion's experimental space, this year, we are also having a work in progress zone where students and XR enthusiasts will be bringing their own headsets in sight and playing around to get real-time feedback from other attendees of the conference. This will be an exciting year for the Immersive Pavilion. And now I'd like to turn it over to Munu for SIGGRAPH Lead.
Thank you very much, Derek. Hello, everyone. So new this year, the SIGGRAPH 2024 LEAD program, for which formerly known as Business Symposium, focuses on fostering conversations among industry leaders on both local and global levels, providing insights and thought leadership in the context of computer graphics and advances in technology. The program will be available to all attendees who have full conference registration. The LEAD program will not require any additional tickets for participation, unlike the Business Symposium, which had add-on registration. The overall goal of the program is to empower, inspire, and equip our community through insightful presentations, panel discussions, and hands-on workshops. This year's program will include conversations around ways language models inform workflows and accelerating discovery process among teams, practical tools for calibrating decision stakes, identifying information gaps, solving complex problems systematically, thoroughly, and thoughtfully, current technology developments, their applications in addressing some of the global issues and challenges yet to be solved, leading sustainable futures, which focusing on urban environments and strategic approaches to building immersive technology ecosystem at a national level. And so I want to mention that LEAD programming will not be recorded or live streamed, which attendees will need to be in person to participate and benefit from this programming. Up next, we have Emily Sue to discuss Real-Time Live.
Thanks, Manu. Hi, everyone. I'm Emily, Real-Time Live Chair for SIGGRAPH 2024. It is the 15th anniversary year of Real-Time Live, so we're excited for some extra elements this year that will help to make it a little extra memorable. But of course, the core show happens on Tuesday evening of SIGGRAPH Week. Real-Time Live is not only one of the most exciting live events at SIGGRAPH, but also what I like to consider one of the most anxiety-inducing. It's a showcase of the latest and greatest in real-time technologies and applications, and everything must be generated in real time live on stage. To top it all off, each presentation must be done in 6 minutes or less. And as we like to say at Real-Time Live, anything can happen, and it does. For an extra dose of fun, there will be a pre-show this year from the teams at the Jim Henson Company, Jim Henson's Creature Shop, and Ozone Storytech, where they will be puppeteering a digital character live in real time. This character may continue to pop up throughout the night as my co-host. And so I encourage everyone to arrive at least 15 minutes early at 5:45 p.m. to get good seats and not to miss this part of the experience. At 6 p.m., the show will officially begin. With nearly 40 submissions this year, our jury of experts selected 11 demonstrations crossing different applications and industries, ranging from AI, virtual reality, mixed and augmented reality, to gaming, animation, industrial applications, and so much more. Emphasis this year is really on real-time tech, not only being the future, but also being something that is happening now and all around us, many facets of our lives, and applicable in many industries, not just within film and games. And so as part of the show, 2 awards are going to be handed out, Best in Show by our jury, and Audience Choice by the live audience. We'll find out the winners just moments after all the presentations happen. And although it's best experienced live as part of the crowd, there are going to be several ways to experience Real-Time Live this year for folks who are going to be virtual. We'll be live streaming it to YouTube, Twitch, and the conference virtual platform. And just to extend the fun a little bit more, the following morning after Real-Time Live on Wednesday at 9:30 a.m., there will be a real-time roundtable where we'll have a round of lightning talks from the presenters and then do breakout sessions so that the attendees can have more intimate conversations, opportunities to see more of that work up close, maybe even get some hands-on experience to really check out that technology for themselves. And that's really what SIGGRAPH is all about, right? So that's Real-Time Live for this year. Up next, I'll hand it over to Gabrielle.
Hello, I'm Gabrielle Robinson. I'm the Student Volunteer Chair this year. The Student Volunteer Program is the life of the conference, as they are the first smiling faces that you will see at the conference, helping to support and to guide attendees and contributors alike. We'll have more than 300 student volunteers participating in this year's conference. These students are ranging from ages 18 and up who are enrolled full-time in high school, undergraduate, or graduate studies. These students are volunteering 25 hours of their time to support the conference on site. And they're also team leaders who are contributing about up to 60 hours of their time pre-conference and on site. And these students are from 20 different countries and throughout 31 states in the United States. We encourage you to interact with the students. They're happy to be there. They're there to help and support. The student volunteer office is rooms 102 to 106 if anyone is interested in interacting with those students. And there's also an opportunity at the job fair on July 30th and July 31st from 10 to 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And this is an opportunity to get those students interacting with professionals and to discover a world of opportunities. So I encourage a lot of support with that. That's the student volunteer program. And now I'll hand over to Dennis.
Hello, I'm Dennis Zorin, the Technical Papers Chair. And SIGGRAPH Technical Papers program was probably the very first SIGGRAPH program. And since the beginning of SIGGRAPH in 1974, it remains the most important venue for publishing and presenting the best computer graphics research. This year, the program had a significant increase in submissions. We had 36% more submissions, 840. And we have 252 papers accepted. And in addition, 27 papers published in ACM Transactions Graphics will also be presented at the conference. The program grew quite a lot in the past several years. For example, since 2019, it doubled in size. So SIGGRAPH remains very relevant and it attracts more and more attention. The papers this year present many important advances across all major areas of computer graphics, starting from rendering and geometry to physically based simulation, animation, imaging and video, and hardware and other areas. The range of papers presented at SIGGRAPH is incredibly broad. For example, we have papers on new perceptual theory of tetrachromatic color experience. We have papers on fabrication using knitting and smocking. We have papers on efficient foveated rendering for VR, and new ways to solve partial differential equations, as well as, of course, creating 3D shapes with new exciting techniques based on generative AI. So this year we see a continuation of rapid growth of computer graphic techniques based on artificial intelligence, in particular generative AI, and there will be quite a few papers dedicated to this. We have 5 great papers selected for the Best Paper Awards and another 12 for honorable mentions. And in addition, this is the second year when we have Test of Time paper awards. These awards are given to papers from around 10 years ago, which had the most impact on computer graphics during this period. Following long tradition, the kickoff of the program will be the Papers Fast Forward session on Sunday, in which all papers presented at the conference will get a 20-second preview, and arts papers will also be included. Best Paper Awards and Test of Time Awards will also present at this session. So we have a great program, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone there. Thank you. Next up, Yangos.
Hi, everyone. I'm Yangos Hadjianis, the VR Theater Chair for this year. This is a very important year in XR with a renewed interest from the industry and public, with the VR Theater being one of the best ways to watch a new generation of stories told around us. In its 8th edition, the VR Theater is a collective 36-headset seated experience with a 50-minute curated show aimed to showcase the best in XR narratives. New this year, we're going to showcase new ways that the stories are told with some select mixed reality pieces, as well as we're going to have this mixed reality garden experience to encompass visitors to travel from one experience to the other. Highlights from our curation include Astra, an inspiring mixed reality piece that literally brings planets all around you in the conference space. Spots of lights puts you in the seat of a person that lost their sight, regains it, and loses it again, told in a unique way in VR. I can't wait for our visitors to try all of the experiences. Also, we have 4 VR theater kiosk stations for longer, more interactive pieces, all in the same area of the VR theater. And finally, we have our Best in Show award to be announced during the conference. Up next, Jamie.
Thanks, Yangas. Hello, I'm Jamie Hilligus. I am part of the exhibition team who manages the exhibit hall for SIGGRAPH. There is a lot to see and do this year in the exhibit hall, starting obviously with engaging with the exhibitors. There's AI companies, animation, film, a whole gamut of companies across the supply chain, and you can go right onto the exhibitor list and search for them by company name or by product categories or countries to find who you want to connect with. Also in the exhibit hall is the job fair. So this is a great opportunity for job seekers to connect with companies that have positions open and be able to network with them face to face. They can also go online before the event and see some of those job opportunities that are posted so they know who they want to talk to. Exhibitors and also other industry representatives are going to be presenting some sessions in business suites, and there's companies like NVIDIA and Autodesk that have sessions that are open. And you can go right to the program menu and just go under industry sessions to see what's available there. There is a lot of new going on in the exhibit hall this year. First, the exhibit hall and the experience hall are located right next to each other, which we're really excited about. It creates one destination where people can go. You can see both of them, decide where you want to pop in. So we're excited about that. And then once you get onto the exhibit hall, there is a new startup area. It's the NVIDIA Inception Startups Innovation Zone. And that's where you're going to see partners and NVIDIA companies, startups showcasing how they're leveraging NVIDIA AI and computing technologies for innovation. So we're really excited to see some of the new companies that are going to be there. There's also a new area called The Stage, and this is a place where it's a forum to hear curated content from industry thought leaders and highlights from key SIGGRAPH programs. So it's a destination right on the show floor where people can stop in and hear this content. We have the campus on the floor this year, which we kind of pulled together all the companies, the education companies and nonprofit companies into one destination so that it made it easier to go find them and connect with them. And then we also have the International Pavilion that our Global Diplomat Chair, Nicholas, was speaking about. So that gives a chance to discover and interact with companies from around the world and see some of the curated content that Nicholas and his team are showcasing. All of this, you can go online to the floor plan. You can see where everything's located. And again, use that exhibitor list to kind of map out who you want to go see so that you can experience all the great things around the floor. Thank you. And with that, we'll go to Ginger.
Hello, this is Michelle Ellis again. I'm here to speak for Ginger Alford. You will be meeting her. She'll be the SIGGRAPH 2025 conference chair. And we want you all to get ready now to save the date to join SIGGRAPH 2025 in Vancouver from August 10th to the 14th. There will be more coming out on that conference at SIGGRAPH 2024, but we hope you are able to also plan on attending in 2025. Now we're going to take a moment and go to Michelle for questions and answers.
Thank you. So as Michelle mentioned, we're going to open up the Q&A portion of the session now. And I saw that one person had already entered a question, so I'll start there. As additional come up, please just feel free to add in your questions, and amongst the committee members, we'll work to get you answers. So the first question was, what's the best way for us to contact the chairs for each of the areas they own?
The best way to contact the chairs is to contact me. And then I can help connect you with the different chairs. So please don't hesitate to send me an email and let me know kind of the information you're looking for, what you'd like to talk with them about, and then we can work on making those connections.
Okay, the next question I have is, what are the trending advancements we can expect at this year's conference? Any one of our chairs want to share some thoughts?
Well, I can say that definitely this year we're going to have a lot of AI in different panels, keynotes, and presentations. And that is kind of a symptom of what is happening in the world in general terms, right? You know, from NVIDIA developing the hardware to people developing algorithms that run in these kind of devices, we will have a wide spectrum of applications, as Professor Sorin mentioned, for instance. Other thing that is important is that we are trying to pay attention to things like sound. Ruth West mentioned the course by audio rendering. That is something that is new, and I think we are trying to foster the presence of audio research within the computer graphics and interactive techniques domains. And we are trying to connect SIGGRAPH content with other domains, right? Like medicine, health, aerospace industry, so we can have presence from those industries in several configurations in the conference and exhibit.
I think also another interesting advancement is mixed reality and the new generation of headsets that allow us to see interfaces and stories all around us. And I think we're going to have really nice showcases of that in many different industries, as well as stories with the VR theater.
Perhaps also one of the main advancements will be this capacity to speak about the technology itself with absolutely fabulous performance, but also to speak about the end user, about the human, how we can drive also adoption, not just promote technology, but also see how we have impact and sustainable impact in health, in environment, and for peace. And the LEAD program, the Global Diplomat Chair, but many other programs include this multidisciplinary approach.
Absolutely. I want to second what Nikolai shared about, when it comes to AI and technologies, LEAD program and a number of different programs are capturing it, not just as the technology development and advances, but also integration of these technologies into different practices. So 3 out of 5 LEAD sessions will have AI and other technology, or actually 4 out of 5 sessions will integrate AI, digital twin, immersive tech, integrated into part of, for example, sustainable city or building of the ecosystem or driving global changes. A lot of these tech conversations will be a part of it. And then there's also one session with integration of AI in the workflow, which is a big conversation across industries at the moment as well.
Perhaps to add to this, while of course AI is a major trend also in the papers program, there's a lot going on outside that space, or in some cases, AI techniques contribute a lot to accelerating progress. For example, in rendering and related areas, we see a lot of new exciting work that integrates real data or new techniques for rendering. We see, for example, Gaussian splatting related papers, and this direction of work started just last year, and actually it advanced the state of the art quite a bit over neural-based rendering techniques introduced just several years ago. But we also see lots of exciting work, for example, in fabrication, as well as say differentiable rendering, which is a way to automate many tasks that require fine-tuning rendering algorithms.
The next question, I feel like we touched on some, but if anybody has any additional thoughts, where can we expect to see AI-related content?
I feel like it will probably be a little bit unavoidable as far as running into AI content. It'll probably be across a lot of different programs. I'll just speak specifically to Real Time Live. There was quite a bit of real AI in last year's show, and we are not stopping that trend this year as well. So there will be a few pieces in Real Time Live this year that have AI incorporated in different ways and in artist tooling and workflows, but also in sort of different applications. And so there's going to definitely be a nice variety of how AI is integrated for Real Time Live this year.
And like I mentioned in the exhibit hall, I think you'll really see that across different exhibitors and also in that new NVIDIA Inception Innovation Zone. That's a key piece of it as well.
Yeah. I would say also that several of the keynotes will touch on the AI topic. Probably my recommendation is the opening keynote by Mark Sager. Not just because how advanced is the AI that he uses, but why the kind of projects that he's been developing. For instance, he's been prominent in the field because he developed this project called Baby X, which is a digital twin of his own daughter when she was like around 2 years old and was acquiring language, movement, and things like that. And he created this digital twin with a cognitive model, right? And exploring those venues, that can be a little bit uncanny and, pose deep questions about, what is being human kid, what is learning, I think is part of what we are offering this year in SIGGRAPH 2024.
Yeah, in the papers program, I would say that probably about a quarter of the papers, if not more, will have some AI content. But if you're looking, say, for generative AI, there is a couple of sessions that actually focus largely on this.
In the courses program in particular, we have multiple courses on both the foundations for generative AI and other AI techniques, as well as, for example, a course dedicated to using generative AI to create virtual humans that you can interact with.
You're also going to find AI in the general submissions program content, in both talks and panels and happy hour.
Great. The next question is, where would be the best place to conduct one-on-one interviews, ideally somewhere quiet for recording?
Yeah, the best place to conduct that is in our media room. We'll have some nice areas where you'll be able to step away and it will be quiet for interviews. And that media room will be in room 103, so on the main level of the convention center. So we're happy to arrange for you to do those interviews there. There are quite a few other areas in the convention center. So just reach out to me. I can help you arrange those interviews and identify a location that will be suitable to host them.
Dennis, you had a question specifically in the Q&A. Could you please share the stats of the breakdowns of the papers this year? I'm looking for one layer down from the AI umbrella, such as real-time data, etc. The stats are good indicators of where trends are going.
Unfortunately, it's a little bit difficult to collect such statistics. The reason being that SIGGRAPH papers are classified more by the application rather than method in most cases. So, for example, it's a rendering paper. It may or may not have AI. I will try to do this, so please contact me directly. It's a little bit difficult for reasons I explained, but we can try to do this by keyword and give you some idea. For example, like what's the combination of certain keywords. If there's anything specific of interest to you, please let me know.
Okay, just give one more minute to see if anybody else has any questions.
And just speaking to that question for Dennis, right then, you are welcome to email me and then I can work on connecting you with the Dennis to get the answers that you're looking for. Okay, so if there are any additional questions, again, please do not hesitate to email me media@SIGGRAPH.org. We will get you the information that you need. I just want to thank everyone for joining us today. We are looking forward to seeing you at the 51st Annual Conference. And if you did not know, SIGGRAPH is returning to its roots in 2024. It was founded at the University of Colorado at Boulder, and this will be the first time for SIGGRAPH to return to the state. So we are really looking forward to having you here. Please reach out with any questions. We will see you very soon. Take care.